Tomorrow is Thursday, week 4 of the NFL season. So here we go, round 4. These are my week 4 NFL predictions. Get ready for some upsets and, well, some stuff you already expected. I hope you enjoy the video. First off, we have Thursday Night Football, Seahawks and Cardinals. I'm going to go with Seattle on this one. They absolutely destroyed New Orleans, and I know that's just the Saints, but the Cardinals couldn't beat my San Francisco 49ers. And to be honest, I think that game was kind of a trap game for San Francisco to lose, and I'm surprised that the Cardinals actually, didn't win like my prediction was. But I'm going with the Seahawks because I believe Sam Darnold is going to step up on a primetime stage for the first time, maybe in his Seahawks uniform. He did step up against the Saints, but it's really just New Orleans. So I'm going to go with Seattle 23-17. Next up, we have an out-of-the-country game in Ireland, Vikings-Steelers. I'm going to go with Minnesota. They did a lot of stuff against the Bengals. All of it was right. Their defense played an amazing football game, and the Steelers almost lost to the Patriots like I predicted. So I'm going to go with the Vikings. Their offense looked pretty good under Carson Wentz, and hopefully their defense can stay as good as it did last week. So I am going to go with Minnesota over Pittsburgh 24-17. Now we have the first of the Sunday games, Commanders and Falcons. I'm going to go with Washington on this one, but I could see the Falcons winning because, the Commanders might not have Jaden Daniels this week. I'm not exactly aware as if they will, but Marcus Mariota barely beat the Raiders, even though the score didn't show that. Didn't have that good of a game, and the Commanders probably should have beaten the Raiders by more. So if Jaden Daniels does step into the game, I think the Commanders are going to win 44-14. But if he doesn't, this could go either way. But overall, I'm going to go with the Commanders 27-24. All right, next up, we have Chargers-Giants. Obviously, I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one. They have a better offense, defense, special teams, everything in the book. But I could see the Giants putting up at least a fight, but they're going to need to feed the ball to Cam Skattebo. He's the only thing that's working for them. He is a dog. Actually, fun fact, when I watched Texas-Arizona State last year, I asked if he practices on a bouncing beam because he has such, great break tackle. Hopefully his in Madden 27 is like 99, but the only way I can see the Giants winning is if they run the ball a lot, and considering how good that Charger defense is, I don't think it's happening. I'm going with the Chargers 37-14. All right, next up, we have Titans-Texans. To be honest, at this point, the Texans might lose this game, but I just have to go with them. They're not going to start 0-4, and if it does happen, I don't know what's wrong. Well, actually, I do. It's called an offensive line, but we're going to get to that if they do start 0-4. Not right now, because I still believe in the Texans. They've had a pretty hard first 3 weeks, but anyways, I'm going to go with the Texans purely on some factors. The Titans have a young quarterback in Cam Ward, and the only way I can see them winning is, of course, if your quarterback plays well, and if your quarterback doesn't, you're not going to have that good of a game. It all relies on Cam Ward, and I know he will put up a great performance, but not enough to beat the Texans. I'm going with the Texans 27-13. All right, next up we have Eagles-Buccaneers, and I'm going to claim this one the upset of the week. I'm going with Tampa Bay based on 3 factors. They're at home, and that crowd is amazing. Baker Mayfield looks like an MVP candidate and has been balling out, and Bucky Irving is on that team. He is in the backfield. We need to give a salute to our king, Bucky Irving. I'm going with the Buccaneers 27-20. Okay, next up we have Panthers-Patriots. I'm going with the Panthers for one single reason. They put the Falcons on a roller coaster that had no handlebars, and they let them fall over on the loop-de-loop. Oh my goodness, what was that game last week? The Panthers just looked like the better team to a Falcons team that wasn't even that bad the first 2 weeks. But whatever that game was, we're just going to blow it by. But also, I can't count out the Panthers. They won last week. The Patriots didn't. I'm going with Carolina 27-23. Okay, now we're going through the last of the 12 o'clock games. Saints and Bills. If the Buffalo Bills do not win this game, they need to move to Chicago, and the Bears need to be kicked out of the league, and the Buffalo Bills will renamed the Bears, because that is how awful they have to play to lose to the New Orleans Saints. I am going with the Buffalo Bills 38-14. Final of the 12 o'clock games, Browns and Lions. Yes, the Browns did beat the Packers last week, and yes, nobody talked about it because they're like, the Browns defense is good. That's the only reason they lost. That's the only reason that the Packers lost, but there was a lot more in that game. Maybe I should make a video about it. Tell me if I should in the comments. But anyways, if you ask me if I think the Browns are going to do it 2 weeks in a row, my answer starts with an N and ends with an O, and it's 2 letters wrong. No, I'm going with the Detroit Lions 34-0. Don't question the awkward silence. I do that sometimes. As you know, my San Francisco 49ers have started 3-0. Thank you for the Dallas Cowboys that have come up to me this week and let me know, by the way, your team doesn't have the same record. Thank you very much. So, are the Niners going to beat the Jaguars? Sure. I don't care anymore. I'm going to say we're going to beat every team. JK. But actually, I'm going with the Niners this one, 27-23. Things have been looking good. Mac Jones' revenge game. Didn't know I would say that this year. Nobody really did. Mac Jones' revenge game. Was that on your bingo card? If it was, you're the NFL script writers, and we need the script from you. Okay, next up, we have Colts and Rams. Daniel Jones has been on a tear. I don't know why he's not number 1 in MVP voting. My vote will be Daniel Jones this year. If this keeps happening, probably won't because Indianapolis is cursed to die forever. But anyways, Colts-Rams. Who do I think is going to win? Maybe. This is the biggest maybe ever. The Colts could play a solid game against the Rams, but the Rams almost beat the Eagles. And the Eagles are a top 5 team in the league, so obviously I'm going to go with the Rams on this one, and I'm going with the score of a pretty high-scoring game, 34-30. Now it's time for the last games before Sunday Night Football. Bears and Raiders. I'm going to go with the Bears on this one. Congratulations, you beat Dallas last week, but you're still Chicago, okay? You're still Chicago. You're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. Bears fans, chill out. I know you probably don't even think that, but I'm just trying to bring you down to earth. I am going with the Bears on this one, of course, because the Raiders are the Raiders. And also, I want Tub Frog to see this video because he's one of my favorite commentary videos. These videos are actually inspired by him. But I am going to go with the Bears 27-19. And now the last game before Sunday Night Football, we have Ravens and Chiefs. Either way, whoever I say, whoever's going to win this game, it probably won't matter. Somebody's going to say I'm wrong in the comments, so I'm going to go with my honest opinion. I think the Ravens will win. Don't know why, not exactly sure why, but the Chiefs haven't looked like the Chiefs, if you know what I mean. The Ravens have looked like the Baltimore Ravens. The Chiefs have not looked like the Kansas City Chiefs from the past few years. They've looked like the Kansas City Chiefs from 2015 when Alex Smith was their quarterback. I don't know, ball. He probably wasn't their quarterback back then, but whatever. I'm going with the Ravens 24-21. Sunday Night Football, Micah Parsons' revenge game. Dallas, I have a quick little prediction for you. Micah Parsons will have 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. He will take one of those forced fumbles to the house, and he will have an interception where he does the gritty on Dak Prescott. Anyways, I'm going with the Packers 75-0. JK, I wish I could say that on YouTube. I'm not going to say that. I'm going with the Packers 34-20. Dallas, I will be respectful for you this time, but I still hate you. Okay, now we have the first of the Monday Night Football games, Bustin Fields versus Tua Turn the Ball Over. I am going to go with the New York Jets. Yes, I think the Dolphins are going to start 0-4. Now, you may be thinking, what's wrong with you? One of those quarterbacks that I gave has a name that has to do with giving the ball to the other team. The other has a name for running the ball over the other team. I love Justin Fields. I don't like Tua. This is obvious. You can probably tell. So I am going to go with the Jets 24-17. And the last game of the week, Bengals-Broncos, the one I will totally not be watching at midnight screaming at my TV because Jake Browning doesn't know to throw the football to the receiver that had the Triple Crown last year. Yippee! So, of course I'm going to go with the Broncos. Jake Browning couldn't throw the ball to a tight end that was 700 feet tall, and there were no defenders on the field. He can't throw the ball to anybody, much less a wide-open wide receiver. But Merry Christmas, Cincinnati. Probably the closest thing you will get to Christmas this year, because you are going to be in absolute pain with Jake Browning as your quarterback. I am going to go with the Broncos 34-21. I will be generous. Bengals, I know that's not going to happen. It's not going to be that close. Whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you to the 4 people that found my channel and clicked the video because they saw a thumbnail that looked like it was created on Microsoft Paint by a 5-year-old. But anyways, I was a little more, had a little more emotions in this video because it's not late at night when I usually record these videos. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel if you like sports content, mostly in NFL, but maybe I'll post an NBA video soon. I never know. Nobody ever knows. Nobody will ever know, to be honest. But anyways, thank you so much for watching if you did watch the whole video, and I hope you have a nice day.